That's it, the moment you've been building towards for years. GCSE results say 2025 is coming fast, but don't worry. Whether you're feeling nervous, excited, or unsure what to expect, don't worry, this video has you covered. From what actually happens on results day, to what to bring, what to do if your results aren't as you hoped, and what your next steps could look like. I'm breaking it all down, step by step. Let's make sure you walk in confident and walk out with a plan. For those of you who are new to the channel, hi, I'm Varjod. I'm the founder of Mobile Tutors, and every year we help thousands of students increase their GCSE and A-level grades. I scored 98% in most of my GCSE and A-levels, and I hold a first-class degree from the London School of Economics in Business, Maths and Statistics. So let's get into it. Let's start with the basics. When and how do you get your results? GCSE Results Day 2025 is on Thursday, 21st of August. Now, your school will likely open in the morning around 9 or 10 o'clock for you to go ahead and collect your results. Now, depending on your school, you might be able to collect them in person or they might be emailed to you in the morning. Make sure you know how your school is going to send them. It's also best to get them emailed because it'll be a lot quicker for you and you don't have to wait in queues. Now, that being said, not all schools allow this, so it's best to find out what your school does. Before the end of term, I want you to find out 3 things. Firstly, what ID you need to bring on results day, what time your school will open, and whether your results will be collected in person or they will be emailed to you. If you find out all of these things, it will make sure the day runs smoothly and will get rid of a lot of the unnecessary stress. First things first, we need to think ahead before we prepare for results day. Before results day, you should already have a list of your college or sixth form offers. Now, I want you to put this in order of preference. So the one that you want to go to the most if you get your desired grade, along with your backup choices if things don't go to plan. Now, this will of course depend on how many colleges or sixth forms you've applied to. If you're doing A-levels, then it's best to plan alternative A-levels in case you don't meet the entry requirements for your desired A-levels. For example, let's say you want to study A-level physics, but you don't actually meet the entry requirements, then have a think. What other A-level would you replace physics with and that you'll be happy doing? This is the same if you're doing a course at college. Let's say you don't meet the requirements for your desired course. Have a think. What other course would you actually be happy doing? Now, this is very important that we get this done ahead of time because it will take a lot of stress away on the day in case things don't go to plan. A pro tip is to check the grade boundaries in the morning before collecting your results. Now, this way you'll know roughly how you did and will allow you to plan faster. You should already know roughly what marks you got in maths and science because most students will speak to their friends after the exam or look at an unofficial mark scheme, and this will give you a good indication. And regardless, if you don't really know how you did, I would still suggest looking at the grade boundaries in the morning because that way when you go ahead and pick up your results, you'll know if you're close to the next grade and if it's actually worth remarking. I've already made a video on predicted grade boundaries 2025, so it's best you watch this video and plan according to these. And if on the day the grade boundaries are slightly better or worse, this won't be a problem as you already thought about it beforehand and you can plan accordingly. So now we've already created a plan, we need to prepare for results day. First thing is to have all of your paperwork for your college or sixth form offers and make sure you have all of this with you. You then want to have your ID documents with you as most colleges and sixth forms will need this. Usually a passport and proof of address is fine, but make sure you check with your college and sixth form beforehand. Next, you want to make sure you have all of your college and sixth form contact details to hand so you can immediately contact them. It's best to be prepared and have these ready. Lastly, it's best to have a parent or guardian with you when it comes to collecting your results and going to your sixth form or college. This will ease the pressure, especially if things don't go as planned. I hope this video has been useful so far, and if it has been, make sure you share it with a friend and consider subscribing. Now that we are ready, what actually happens on results day? Well, this will depend if you're getting them emailed or you have to go and pick up your results. Now, firstly, if you're getting them emailed, it's pretty straightforward. You open your email, check your results, and then we take it from there. On the other hand, if you have to collect your results in person, it can be a bit more nerve-wracking. Now, what typically happens is you arrive at school, the teacher will direct you either to the reception or the hall or wherever they're giving out the results and hand you the envelope. Now, at this point is your choice. Do not feel that you have to open it in front of the teacher or in front of your friends. I probably wouldn't suggest this. What I would suggest is that you go to the side and you open your results. This way, it's a lot less stress for you, especially if things don't go as planned. Now, once you've opened your results, it can go 3 ways. Either it goes as expected, better than expected, or worse than expected. If your results go as expected, then that's great. All you have to do is go and enroll at your chosen sixth form or college, and it's as simple as that. Now, don't spend too much time celebrating yet because it's best to get your college or sixth form enrollment done and out of the way. This is usually because enrollment is done on a first come first served basis at many colleges and sixth forms. Especially if the course or A-levels you're applying to are high in demand, you just want to get there, enroll and get it out of the way. Also, it's important to note that many colleges or sixth forms will accept people who did better than expected. What this will mean is that when you go to college or sixth form, it will likely be very busy and you don't want to be in the position where your course or A-level is taken. Get to the college or sixth form quickly and get this out of the way. Now, of course, this won't be the case if you go to a school that already has a sixth form. You're lucky because you won't have to stress and worry about all of this extra headache. Now, once this is all done, now you can go ahead and celebrate and enjoy. Now, what if things don't go as expected? Not getting the results you hoped for can be devastating, but breathe. You still have options and it's not the end of the world. Here's what you can do. Firstly, speak to a teacher or careers advisor on site. They'll help you figure out the next steps. Then it's best to contact your sixth form or college. They still might be able to offer you a place or suggest an alternative course. Of course, if you have backup offers, then you can go with these as you've planned ahead. It's best to get enrolled somewhere rather than doing nothing, as you still want to have something planned. Even if this means going to a sixth form or college and not doing your desired course, this is still better than doing nothing, as you still want to have something planned and somewhere that you can go to afterwards. Just because you don't get to do your desired course or the A-levels that you really wanted to do, this doesn't mean you'll fail at life. Remember, most of these A-levels and courses do lead to many options later on. Now, of course, you might really need to go and do a certain A-level or a certain course. For example, you might need A-level biology in order to study medicine. Now, if this is the case, what I would suggest is going to a college or sixth form with lower entry requirements. You're better off going to a college with lower entry requirements and doing the subjects that you really want to do, rather than going to a better college or sixth form and then doing the courses that you don't want to do. And lastly, if you've done worse than expected, you can go ahead and appeal or request a remark, especially if you think that the grade that they've given you is wrong. And also, a remark is useful if you're very close to the next grade. It's important to remember that results day is not the end of the road and it's just one part of the journey. Now, what if you've done better than expected? Well done. That's great news. Now, all you have to do is contact those colleges and sixth forms that didn't give you an offer but you really wanted to go to. It's worth contacting them and see if they have anything available. If not, you can always go to your best choice that you have available and go and enroll there. Now, I suggest you actually go there and speak to someone rather than just calling them up, because sometimes you can spend countless hours on the phone and they might just turn around and say no. But if you actually go there and you speak to someone, they might actually have a space that they can offer you, especially if a lot of other students didn't actually meet the entry requirements for that college or sixth form. The key here is not to waste time celebrating if you did better than expected. It's best to go ahead and get your enrollment out of the way and get the best choice lined up for you. And as soon as you're done, then you can celebrate and enjoy all you want. I cannot stress enough, but the most important thing to stay calm for results day is to have your options and plans beforehand, as we discussed earlier. If you do this, then things will go smoothly and you won't need to panic. Because if you do all of the thinking beforehand, then on results day, all you have to do is execute the plan. Also, as a bonus for any of the students who are watching this who were taught by us this year, you can call us on results day and we'll help you with any advice that you need. Good luck on your results.